All right. So, well, thank you, Hanan. We are here with Hanan. He owns a travel agency in Pakistan. That's correct.
Yes, it
Yes.
is correct. Yes.
And you serve no tourists who want to visit Pakistan, especially no all the mountains, no K2,
Hmm.
no all these beautiful, unique no landscape you have. And well, this is a very interesting. I mean, it's a very interesting business. It's a very interesting business model. So the idea is to chat with you about how you started, how is it going, what are your plans, and for people to get inspired and see something they can do on their own in their city, country, etc. That's the main idea. So if you can present yourself and how you started, how was the beginning?
Yes. First of all, thanks, Caesar, for inviting me. Okay, and I hope so. I could tell something to your audience that would be helpful, as an small business operator or an entrepreneur. Okay. So basically, my name is Rohinan. I'm from Pakistan. So I'm currently living in capital of Pakistan. It's called Islamabad, and it is also rated one of the most beautiful capitals in the world. Okay, so because actually there's like a story behind it as well. So I'll just summarize it. So there was like no city called Islamabad when Pakistan got its independence from British. Okay, so we had like another capital, but what we did is like the one of our president thought that a journal basically thought that we need to like make a new capital. Okay, so they basically designed the whole city, they built it, and then they moved the capital. Okay, so it is a very yeah, it's a very unique thing, I think so, to do. So it was built very strategically around the mountains, very beautiful modern structure, and everything is like very beautiful here. Okay, very organized, like like we are a third world kind of a country. Okay, but if you come to like land to Islamabad, you will see like a whole different picture, nothing like any third world country. Yeah. So
No,
so
I
basic.
mean, just to give a view no of what is Pakistan to people who may not know. I mean, I think population is 200 million or
200, like it's touching 250 million now.
250 million. So
Yes.
it's
Yeah.
almost like
We are like
Europe.
a five six, fifth or sixth, I think, so largest country in terms of population. Yeah.
Is very big, and also, I
Yes.
mean, you are a border with India. Well, I mean, the story of India and Pakistan is
Yes.
something else, but you are
Yes.
border with India in the west, no side, no,
Hmm.
and on the
India in the
west,
east.
in
Yeah,
the east.
India in the
Sorry,
east. Yeah, and Afghanistan on the west. Afghanistan and Iran, like kind of are on the west. Yeah. Uh-huh.
exactly. So yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's a very big country. I
Yes.
mean, the location is very important
Hmm.
in every sense. No, I mean, no,
Yes, and we also border China in the north.
exactly, exactly,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and you have a very high tech, no. Let's say cities or no network no on the east side, no, I mean, no, that's
Yes. Okay.
in
So.
India, no.
Yes, absolutely. So basically, like we are like our population under the 30, it's like one of the highest in the world. So it's like almost 60-70% under the 30. Okay. So we are like a very unique, very young population. Okay. So in terms of freelancers, okay, like in IT, so we are like big there. Okay. So not in terms of like the industry like Silicon Valley, but like individual small companies, okay, who basically works for other big European companies. Okay, so for example, even some of the big games, okay, and even Game of Thrones, things like that, okay, was some of the graphics were made by Pakistanis. Basically, they outsource some of those work to Pakistanis. Yeah, so
Yeah,
they are little
yeah,
known because it is not marketed well. Okay, but when you like try to look at the market and you see different people, so we have like some big talent. Yeah. And coming towards like the whole travel thing. Okay, so basically my background is of computer sciences. Okay, so I graduated from there's like a I affiliated University of UET Texla campus. Okay, it's called AQ Khan. Okay, so I basically studied from there, and then I started to do freelancing. Okay, but living in Islamabad, okay, coming from like a different city called Sahiwal. Okay, so we started to enjoy travel. Okay, seeing mountains, seeing different trains. Which, like I fall in love. Basically, I fell in love with hiking. Okay, so we like have many trails here. Okay, you can see different animals, birds, and everything, right? So you can like you live in a city which is very commercial city, and then just like a drive of 10 minutes and you are basically into the trails as well. So so that basically started to grow on us. So for me and my brother, so my younger brother, and so we used to travel by foot. So we had like a 70 cc bike. Okay, so we used to travel quite far on that bike. Okay, it's a very like a small bike, and we are like used to uh like s- uh, used to like abuse that bike basically. So so like we were working. Okay, so so my freelancing was going okay. Okay, and my brother was also like going okay, but not so much. Okay, so one day we were like just sitting, and then started discussing the idea of making a travel company. Like, why? Because Pakistan has travel companies, but there are not many educated people in it. Okay, and they don't know all these different technologies. Okay, so we are from a educated background, we have like graduated, we know all these different new technologies. Okay, so why don't we like establish a kind of a travel company, okay, which basically can like make it easy for people for Pakistan, and if someone comes from abroad, okay, they can find like good hospitality and good people here. Okay, who can basically make everything easy for them. Okay, and also basically not scam them as well, right? So make everything very
That's important.
transparent. Absolutely. So make everything very transparent, make everything very like what they are getting, what they should expect. Okay, visiting a country like Pakistan and everything. Okay, so we just discussed it, but we didn't like. Okay, so like it's too much of a work. Okay, everything that those demons that come to start a business. Okay, because there are so many things, and how many hands you need, you don't know, right? But long story short, okay, we started back in December 2020. Okay, and interestingly, we started with just 6,500 rupees. Okay, and in terms of dollars, okay, that would be basically around like 20 to $30. Okay, so what I did is, okay, so like my background is, like I told you, computer science. So I developed a website myself. Okay, I set up every social media page. Okay, designed a logo myself, which is currently our logo as well. Okay, still our logo. So and yeah, because it turned out so well. Okay, in this short time. Okay, and I hired multiple different designers. Okay, but I didn't like it. Okay, so we still continue with that logo. Yeah, so and yeah, as you can see that. Okay, this like this shoe which is flying basically. Yeah, yeah, we basically, I just bootstrapped everything, and then I made an ads account on Facebook. Okay, and started running the ad, and gracefully, like we started to receive leads. Okay, which was very surprising for a very new company. Okay, so people to trust it. Okay, so we needed like 26 people. Okay, for a coaster to be profitable. Okay, so for our tour to be profitable, so we were able to manage like around 14 15. Okay, and then the remaining we just like asked our friends and family members to come with us. Okay, so basically we don't go in loss, right? So then
But I mean, you in the beginning you were selling travels, or I mean, what was the offering in the beginning? What was
so
the
yeah.
first offering
Mhm.
you?
Yeah, so already people so there are like already there were already many travel companies that I told you. Okay, so so basically what we learned from them, okay, that there are two type mainly two type of tours that people basically take. Okay, the one is the group tour. Okay, so basically there is like a coaster which is like a vehicle, a Toyota vehicle, which is 26 seater. Okay, so basically they just announce if 26 people comes. Okay, they just go together. Okay, so basically why this is popular, because it helps reduce the price, right? Because the price, the whole travel cost, all the hotel and everything, it is divided on 26 people, right? So yeah, so people like, don't have much money, so there are students and like office employees, okay, who don't earn much, so they can basically easily travel, okay, on weekends or on their vacations. So, and the other is like a family tour, so that one is like expensive, because it is like you have a private car, good hotels, good food and everything. Okay, so yeah, so basically we started with this small thing, the group tours, right?
Okay.
So yeah, so people just like hope, like all the thing I started the ad like almost for the first time. I used to do for the clients, okay, but not for anything in Pakistan. I used to work for US and European clients, so I used to do that. I know that area, but I didn't know like how Pakistanis will respond. Okay, but they did good. Yeah, and saying that basically, uh
So
so
for
that
you,
went well.
initially was the group tours,
Group
no? That
tours,
was the
yes,
first. That was the
exactly.
first product, and
Yes,
for this you target a national market like Pakistan customers, or you
yes.
focus on international customers.
Okay, a very good question here. Okay, so first, only Pakistani customers, and even in
Okay.
Pakistan. Okay, so I know the area, right? Okay, so that is one thing that is very important with a business. You have to know what your audience is exactly. Okay, so in Pakistan there are like three major cities in which people are like very educated. Okay, they know they want to spend on experiences. Okay, they want to travel. Okay, so mainly these are Islamabad, so we are twin with the Rawalpindi. Okay, so these are called twin cities. Okay, so we like consider it as a one city. And then Lahore, like cultural hub of Pakistan, and Karachi. Okay, so this is
Yeah.
like the major, the one of the most populated, the one of the port city. Okay, so it is like big massive city, it is like on its own country. Okay, so the population of Karachi is like around 2.5 crore, 3 crore. So it's a massive population. Yeah, so yeah, so basically I ran the ad on those three cities, just on those three cities. Okay, and for
Fantastic.
the age, for I chose like 18 to 34. Okay, so like the young people, who likes to travel, who have some money. Okay, who can spend, who can go on vacation. Okay, so my audience was very targeted, very narrow. Okay, so I knew like what I was getting into. Yeah, so and as in business like person who's starting, I think so that's very important, like what's your market is. Okay, and the other one important thing is we started everything with our own money. Okay, so you don't like get into debt when you start something. Okay, start what you have. Okay, try to make a boilerplate out of it. Okay, so like try to bootstrap everything what you know. Okay, so these are maybe my background was of computer sciences, but there are like so many YouTube tutorials like on how to like make a quick website, and AI these days. Okay, so back then there was like no such boom of AI. Okay, in AI you can just tell like what kind of website you need and you can make it. Okay, even the logo itself, right? So with Canva. Okay, so Canva was like has helped us a lot as well, right? So yeah, so know, like explore. Okay, what you need, and then go and find for look for free spaces. Okay, free things, and then basically start with that. Okay, start small, start and something, like which you can basically, you don't have to get into so much cost. Okay, so and I have seen many people. Okay, basically they just want to start something big. Okay, if for small business, that's not an ideal thing. Okay, because you run out of money very quickly. Okay, and I have worked with so many small medium businesses. Okay, so what they do is they basically even tell us like they want to get success very quickly, okay. And what they do is, you don't have authority, people don't know your brand, okay. So it takes time to build, right? So yeah, so people just
Yeah.
want to get like hit very quickly, okay. So maybe you can get, okay, but there are high percentage of chances that you can't get. I remember at that time reading a study by Facebook, okay. There was this study about small medium businesses, and it says that I remember it very vividly, that I was telling my younger brother, okay, who is CEO or operating manager basically, and I was telling that according to Facebook research, 97% of small businesses ends up, okay, they basically ends up dying in their first year.
Yeah.
Yeah, 97%. So that was like very frightened, and at the same times it like gave me a light that it's a marathon, okay. We are not Usain Bolts. We are not running 100-meter dash. Okay, so we have to be here for long, and we have to like sustain ourselves. Okay, because if people will not come to know us, okay, by the time they come to know us, we will not be there to do the business, right? So in 6 months, in a year, the star, they will see our posts, they will see our ads. Okay, so some kind of like an imagination will start to build. Okay, so they will see that there is this brand. Okay, so when they hear the name, okay, so Chalay is basically like an Urdu word, okay, which just basically means come on, okay.
Okay.
So yeah, just come on, yeah. So chill out travels, yeah. So yeah, so the people will start to, so and there was another study basically, like someone basically makes a purchase, they see at least 7 times your brand at least 7 times before they make a purchase, okay. So you have to be enough for a long run. If you are for a short time like 4 5 or 6 months, okay, by that time people start to come know it, okay, you will run out of money and business and and
Yeah.
energy as well. Yeah,
No,
so
and
that's
I think in travel, I mean, it's very seasonal. I mean, by
Mm.
default. So I mean, maybe you plan for the summer, you plan for Christmas, you plan for no end of the
Mhm.
year.
Mhm.
So I mean, things take time. I mean, you need time to plan. You need time to to check what is the best option. So I mean, you need to prepare yourself for, okay, I need to be here for at
Mhm.
least no a year, 2 years, because no people's minds no take a
Mhm.
while to no to process all the information and to decide, okay, I want to do it.
Absolutely, absolutely. You need to give yourself and the audience as well time, because and even nowadays, okay, social media is so much, okay, that everybody is using, okay. So you are in basically a crowd, okay. So for you to be established, you have to get out of crowd, and it needs time, okay. You have to come up with new content, unique content, okay. And these things basically takes time, okay. So and you will see that once you gone this through this pain, okay, then it gets good. And just touching on my last point, okay, so about the resources, okay. So you go into a business, you have passion for, okay, you like it, you understand what the problem is, okay, you are going to solve. So if you don't know, okay, you're saying, okay, so I saw this business, okay, so he was making like brilliant amount of money, okay, so I should start this on thing, okay. And this was maybe a problem you see on social media, okay, maybe in like in US, okay. But you are living in, for example, France, okay, and France doesn't have that problem, okay. And France have different audience, so you are not basically solving a problem for that audience, okay.
Yeah.
So you basically so for example, if someone like hears me or and say that, okay, so there is a money in the travel business, okay, maybe listening in Spain, okay, and they start a business there, okay, but they don't know what the problem is, they don't know what problem they are going to solve, okay. They don't know their audience and everything, okay. So you basically have to know everything, okay. And you have to, I think so, for us for a middle class person, okay, who doesn't have much money in their bank, okay, so they need to start basically small, I think so. Yeah. So for example, so once we started, okay, so we basically started running different ads, okay, started basically, and we used to make a very good PDFs, okay, that basically people don't didn't used to do at that time. Okay, we
A
used to like
brochure, no? Like a
yes,
brochure?
a brochure. Yeah, yeah, a
Okay.
multi-page
Okay.
brochure. Okay,
Nice.
so it used to be. It is very clear. Every hotel pictures. Okay, images, like what restaurants you can find there, what food you can find there. Okay, and the one thing that was important for Pakistani audience was that there were like hidden prices. Okay, so for example, once you book a tour for a certain price, then you jump into their coaster, and then they will basically at this spot they will tell you, okay, so this is now this is additional cost, then this is the additional cost for that, additional cost for that, right? So basically then the tour ends up like almost doubling up. Okay, so what we used to do is we used to be very transparent in our pricing, right?
Okay.
So we used to
Okay.
exactly tell like, okay, how much you are paying for what. Okay, and then there are like additional experiences. For example, we will take you to the lake and there is boating. Okay, you might want to do it, not do it. Okay, so this is the current price of that. Okay, so there is like
Yeah. Very
a
nice.
different experience. Okay, so we used
Yeah.
to tell every price. Okay, for different experiences that you might
Yeah.
uh, and for example also about the roads. Okay, we used to tell the condition, like what clothes you should expect, what kind of roads you expect. Okay, so some people used to come up with like high expectations. Okay, so there will be like very smooth roads, very smooth train, and they will not, they have not been to that part of Pakistan. Okay, so for some of them the experience used to be horrible. Okay, so they say, oh, so because of rain that road basically got a pothole. Okay, and our whole trip basically ruined out. Okay, but
Yeah.
once you know already what you are expecting, okay, then basically people, our human nature is you kind of feel ease. Okay, so basically we started to bring transparency. Okay, so that basically I think so
No,
people
and
like it.
I think what you are saying is I think what you're saying is important, and I think works everywhere. No, like better marketing materials. No, I mean a nice
Mhm.
brochure. I mean
Yes.
that's a no-brainer, but no,
Yes.
most people don't do it. No,
Yes.
a nice website. No, like you did, nice ads,
Mm, mm,
fantastic. And then what you are saying, no, transparency about pricing. I mean,
mm.
no, like the same is like,
Yes.
hey, come on, no,
Yes.
that's
Yes.
another no-brainer. But yeah, most
Mm,
people not try to cheat, no, or try
yes.
to, yeah, let's get the customer, and then we
Mhm.
will try to no to rip them off, no. And you are saying,
Mhm.
no, 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 let's do it the other way around, no. Let's
Mm,
focus on the customer. Let's give them something that is nice, beautiful,
mm,
and
mm.
the price is clear. And yeah, I mean, you can have extra options, fantastic, but be clear, no, like, hey, if you want this,
Absolutely.
it's going to be 100 more or 200 more or whatever. So that's
Absolutely.
fantastic, fantastic.
Absolutely. And the other thing is like, so what I just said, and as you like mentioned, these are like not new ideas, right? So they're like always a better way to do it. Okay, for example, if even if you see some software. Okay, so so another person do it. Why? Because he thinks that that software lagged something, right? So another person built it. Okay, so for example, there was Facebook, so that was a social media, but someone think no, there should be like something like Instagram. Okay, but then another person thought like there should be like something like TikTok, and then other person thought there should be like something like Snapchat, right? So basically like
Yeah,
there's the idea is basically same, that you want to connect people socially. Okay, around the globe. Okay, but there are like different ways or maybe better ways to do it. Okay, so yeah, and the other thing is we didn't stagnate it. Okay, we might have started with images, but we started doing the videos. Okay, so instead of just the images they are seeing the hotels. Okay, once they click on any PDF, okay, it will take them to a video on our YouTube channel. Okay, so and that basically also increase the viewership of our YouTube channel. Okay, and viewership of our Instagram. Okay, so we basically do a lot of content on Instagram. Okay, so we used to take them to our Instagram as well. Okay, so there is like already like 10 11,000 followers, so they will see that there are so many clients. Okay, so we used to take them there. Okay, and on the WhatsApp itself. Okay, we used to ask them, for example, so people have habit to see them, and if they don't like anything, they basically don't ask a question, especially on WhatsApp. Okay, so they will see that, okay, maybe they don't like something and they will not tell you. Okay, So we used to basically like make a sheet. Okay, so what was the last time we contacted that people? Okay, so for example, if say that Caesar asked me about a tour package. Okay, okay, we contacted him, we asked him for the details, what kind of things he looking for, what where he wants to go. We made him a customized package and we sent him, right? And maybe there was something he didn't like, maybe the price is too much for him. Okay, so but he will not tell us. Okay, so we what we used to do is, for example, once we have we made a funnel on Google Sheets. Okay, initially, so we used to like, okay, so we have sent this person a package at that time on this day, and in the note we used to mention that what was his last response. Okay, and we basically also note the date with that we sent him the package. Okay, so after like 1 day 2 day, he hasn't replied. Okay, we will see in the sheet, then we will contact him again. Okay, like, you didn't reply it, so what were you thinking? Is there anything that is stopping you? Okay, is the price high? You can tell us. Okay, so basically you have to know your client. Okay, and you have to know like what kind of nature you are basically in talking to. Okay, so so Pakistanis, okay, they don't say directly things. Okay, like they
Yeah,
don't
well,
like it. Okay,
that happens everywhere. Eh? I mean,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
something
yeah,
normal. I
yeah,
mean, people
yeah,
ghost, no, like
yeah,
people, they
exactly.
disappear, like oops,
Yes.
and you don't know
Yes. So you
why.
basically have to like check in again and again. So these are like very small things. Okay. And as a marketer, okay, so that's what I learned is, okay, so all these big courses and everything, okay, these are good. Okay. But what marketing is small steps, just doing them correctly and consistently. Okay, you just have to, like, for a marketer, it's not like for example something, building a software or like that. Okay, in the marketing you have to wake up every day and do that one small step. Okay, like in search engine optimization even. Okay, so you have to do something every day. Even social media, you have to do something every day. Okay,
Yeah.
otherwise people will forget you, or they will ghost you. Okay, yeah, so that is very important.
Yeah, and there is something that I think you just mentioned that I think is very important, and is the follow up. I think follow up
Mm,
is a huge opportunity for any business, and I will say the same. No, a lot. I don't know how many, but a lot don't do it. And your method. No, I have a
mm,
Google sheet. I add the
yes.
clients last response, so I
Mm,
have a funnel. That I think that is a huge winning for a lot of businesses, because
mm,
as you mentioned, I mean, most people don't do it. Most people don't tell you why they don't buy.
mm.
But if you
Yes.
follow up, hey, Mr. No Hanan,
Yes.
how can I help you? Is everything, is something good with, is something wrong with your order?
Mm,
Is the price? I mean, please tell me. No, we are here
mhm,
to help you. I mean, you can do things to facilitate not the business to no to tell you why. I mean,
mm,
why they don't buy. No, because
mhm.
obviously, I mean, the from the leads to purchase, there is a huge drop. No, I mean, I don't
Yes.
know what's your case, but normally it can be 50% or
Yes.
70%, and that's
Yes.
fine. I mean, that's normal.
Mhm,
What happens with that 70% is key.
mhm,
No, why they
mm,
don't buy? No, that's something that
mm.
is very important. Give me a
Yes.
minute, because I want to share your Instagram, because it's very
Yes.
beautiful,
Yes.
and I want people to see what you do. So,
Sure.
because the same, I think the branding is consistent, it's beautiful. You have here your colors. This is very good. I mean, you have like a official travel company number, so this makes
Mm.
your profile credible. No, I guess this is the tax number or something.
Yes. 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 So
Okay.
yeah, so it's also a big thing that people just want to see that it's a legitimate thing. Yeah.
Yeah, this is very good, and then the posts are very beautiful. I mean, this is,
Yes.
as you can see, this is nice photos, nice color. No, the color is
Mm.
consistent. No, I mean, the
Yes.
branding looks no super professional, super nice. No.
Mm. And then basically the nature helps itself.
Yeah, okay.
Yes. Yeah, so basically these locations, as you can see in the pictures, okay, so these are just marvelous. Okay, so whatever the weather is, okay, winter, so we have like a very like differentiative 4 seasons. Okay, we have very like beautiful summer. Okay, then autumn, then winter, then spring. Okay, so these are very like individual, like you can basically, so for example, like you say, see it autumn. Okay, so how beautiful these yellow colors are there. Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, so and the greenery, it sometimes it feels like it's like out of nature. Yeah, so things are like some valleys, they are absolutely breathtaking. Yeah.
Yeah, and this is brutal, no? I mean, the mountains here
Oh,
is.
this is like, as you can see that these mountains are called like what I just missed the name. Pines. Okay, they have like name pines in them. Okay, so and they are like majestic. Absolutely, they are in clouds. Okay, they have very pointed. Okay, heights. Okay,
Yeah.
this is just like beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
No, but I mean, this is also to, to inspire, no,
Mm.
other people who is out there, no, thinking about, hey, I want to make my own business. I want to start my own, no,
Yeah.
travel tourist, no,
Yes.
activity.
Yes.
I mean, I think, no, taking care of the design, making something beautiful, I think helps, no, helps you and
Yes.
helps your customers, no, because hey, we are proud of what we do. We want to
Yes.
show, no, we want to show you something beautiful. And then this is very nice. These tables, no, with the pricing, the duration. I
Mhm.
think this is very nice.
Yes.
Super
Yeah.
well
So
done. Yeah.
Yeah. So you just mentioned about this table, okay, and this the first three things, okay, on the tiles, honeymoon trip and group tours, okay, and this is like we didn't know initially, okay. So that is basically we learned from the experience, from the feedback, okay. So every time somebody comes, okay, so what tours are going this weekend, okay. So what is happening this weekend, okay. So do you have a honeymoon trip going, okay? Is it, our flights open? Things like that. Okay, so based on those questions, okay, we started basically making those graphics. Okay, so these graphics didn't come from our own intelligence, okay, but the feedback from the, yeah, yeah, definitely. So I'm trying to be very honest here, okay, because these graphics, okay, and the designs itself, like basically came back from the feedback. Okay, so we didn't basically used to like throw the users feedback out of the, out of our mind. Okay, but we used to like solve their problem. Okay, so we always ask our question. Okay, so like we have been running this business now for 4 years now. Okay, so we always used to ask us, okay, are we solving the problem? Okay, are we making the things easy? Okay, so whenever anything that customer is not getting, okay, so that is our mistake. Okay, because we are not making things transparent enough or maybe easy enough. Okay, so yeah, so we have, so basically we used to innovate. Okay, and that what basically happens with a lot of company. We saw basically that they started very well. Okay, but their quality basically dropped from time to time. Okay, and they basically didn't remain that consistent as they started. Okay, but that was our goal. Okay, so basically we reply in less than 5 minutes. Okay, we send them like the tour package in a minimum time. Okay, we answer their every query. Okay, so for example, if they like ask for a 10 times change, we do a 10 time change. Okay, no basically saying, oh, why didn't you tell us? Okay, things like that. Okay, and about this social media. Okay, so I used to do that myself also initially. Okay, but then I started like people who basically have interest in it, right? And then basically telling them what you need. Okay, and what the trend is also, right? So basically some song is famous, people just want to hear that in front of, in background of a video. Okay, so you need to know also like what what the trend is currently, right? Okay, so what song is famous? Okay, what kind of videos are famous? Okay, so we also mix up with memes, things like that.
Fantastic. No, I think it's fantastic, and I think this is a fantastic example for anyone, no, who is
Mm,
thinking about how to create my business. So this is very
absolutely.
good. So and the same. I mean 100% with you. The best ideas for
Mhm.
us are customers feedback. It's rare we have a good idea. Normally it's someone saying, hey, you need to do this, you need to do that. I mean, obviously we think, hey, is this idea I mean, is this idea going to impact everyone?
Mm,
Yes, then we do it. Obviously, if it's very narrow,
mm,
we try not to do it. But if it's something that is going to help, the vast majority of our users, we
mm.
normally do it as soon as possible. So that's
Yeah,
fantastic.
I agree. Okay, and but in travel, what happens is that it's a very unique experience individually. Like, okay, so everyone like wants a different thing, right? So, for example, like me, if I travel, I want a very quiet place. Okay, I don't want much activities. Okay, but someone other comes. Okay, he wants like his whole day to be packed. Okay, he wants to do jumping, he wants to do boating, he wants to like go for a ride. Okay, so we basically like take care of those things. Okay, so travel is like a very like a unique kind of a business. Okay, it's very personal from person to person. Okay, and each person has like his different requirements. Somebody just wants a very normal hotel. Okay, but he just wants to have a great different experiences. Okay, maybe he wants to walk a lot. Okay, but the other one, okay, they want even a luxury car in the mountains. Okay, and the luxury, and they want even a like good swimming pool in like a pool in their hotel, right? So the people are different. Yeah, and in the travel experience. Okay, so for my other business, for the IT business. Okay, so that is very different. Okay, so in the IT business, you are very right. Okay, so if the requirement, if a lot of people are asking, then you basically put into the practice, right? Because you can't do like you change your software and small things on a person to person. Okay, yeah. And the other thing I just wanted to touch a little about finances. Okay, so I think so that's a very important part of it. Okay, I think the important part of it. Okay, so we basically grew up like almost 5 to 10% every year. Okay, and how we did it, basically I took a finance course. Okay, and how to manage the business. Okay, and that helped me a lot. Okay, for example, a course like on Khan Academy. Okay, a very good website. And then there is basically Coursera. Okay, and then YouTube, as you can see.
Can you
And
can you type can you type the name of the academy, please? I mean, we have a private chat. If you can type the name, because I want to share that with on
yeah,
the
yeah,
on the video.
Khan Academy. Yeah, yeah, so it's a very
Okay.
popular US academy. Okay, yeah. So, and the other one is Udacity. I think so Udacity is also very famous. Okay, so and then YouTube, yeah, of course. So yeah, so we used so I basically took like courses from that. Okay, and how is to like what is return on investment, what is return on ad investment. Okay, ad spend. Okay, and how you basically measure your business. Okay, how much you spend, how much you like hold up. Okay,
This one,
based on
no?
your
This one is
yeah, yeah, yeah.
the
Oh,
Khan
org.
Academy.
Org. Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, yeah, exactly this one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, so basically what I used to do is so we like so there is like something fixed. Okay, and if you, for example, if you yeah, if you see there, yeah, this economic courses. Yeah, so they have like all these management courses. Okay, for beginner levels. Okay, and I guess they are very cool.
And this is
uh
free, right?
free, absolutely free.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's very good.
Yeah, so we don't spend a lot of money. We Pakistanis, okay, we try to find something cheaper or live in free. I think so. It's very common with everyone, but we are in the habit of that. And as like a uh, uh, like software developer, okay, we like always try to find something very free, or like if it's not free, then it should be very cheap. Yeah.
And this is the other one. This is Udacity.
Yes, Udacity. So there are like I remember two courses on it. I don't know if they are still there. Okay, so these are about startups. Okay, like yeah, yeah. If you can see their menu in their catalog, maybe. Uh-huh. Yeah, if you type business or startup, okay, those two courses will come up, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they have like now like different plans as well. Okay, but there are many free courses still here, like many free courses. Yeah, so this one is like I think so paid, but the ones I'm talking about, those are free courses. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So basically, what I'm saying is you learn what you don't know, okay? And you need to know that, okay? So, uh, like you have a different degree, okay? But the finance is an important part of business, and you have to know, like, if you're growing or not, okay? And your intuition can't tell that, okay? So numbers will tell you that, okay? Solid numbers will tell you that, and you have to track everything, right? So you know how much you have spent on petrol, how much you have spent on that thing, okay? And then basically minusing all that, like how much actual you have, okay? And then initially you have to spend like almost all of the money back into the business, right? So because you can spend on ad more, you can spend on different resources more, okay? Maybe you started with something free, okay? But now you have grown so much, now you have to buy something, right? So basically you have to improve every process, and that's the very important part with the business, okay? So initially one or two, you're starting with like yourself, okay? And there is all that, okay? But then you have to basically like once sit down and see that what things you are doing, okay? And there will be like 10, 20, 30 things, right? And you basically break down those processes, or and then you will say that, okay, so these 5 things I'll continue to do that, okay? For these 10 things I'll hire someone, okay? And for these other 10 things I'll hire somebody else, right? And for these 5 things, basically this can be solved if I purchase some software, right? For or a service, okay? So yeah, so for example, like with the chat, okay, so we used to have something, okay, but always the leads basically just used to vanish, okay? And there was like not a CRM attached to the WhatsApp, okay? So that was a problem with us, okay? So but when we purchased this software, okay, so we used to basically call them, okay? Basically you started filling the form, okay, but you didn't contacted us on WhatsApp, okay? So what happened, can you tell us your query, okay? So we used to get back them to that, okay? So basically you, yeah, so it just basically improving the processes. And in terms of finance, you just have to note down everything, okay? And if you see that, okay, that okay, so if you spend for example $100, so that basically brought you this much business, okay? And if you for example then spend another $200, okay, how much increase happened, okay? And then another 300, okay, how much increase had happened, okay? And there is a thing called law of diminishing returns, okay? So for example, if you spend 100, okay, for example initially you will get $200 back, okay? Then you spend another $100, okay, maybe you'll get only $100 back, okay, on top of that. If you spend another $100, you will maybe you get $50 more, right? So you have to find that sweet spot, okay? That for example you can't just spend $1 million and you will get, okay, I will get 100% return. No, it doesn't happen like that, okay? So you have to know like how much you spend and how much you are getting for each $100 spent. Yeah. So you just can't spend foolishly. So you have to like find a sweet spot and work with that slowly and rightly.
And in your case, you manage all the campaigns.
Yes. Okay. So what I used to first of all in the first year I used to do everything. Okay, from website to social media to funnel management, even replies. Okay, everything. Okay, and my younger brother, he used to basically take the tours. Okay, the actual physically he used to go with them. Okay, but as the time passed, okay, so I basically designated my website maintenance work to one of my an employee, okay. So for the social media we hired another two girls, okay. For the actual people that basically used to go with the tours, okay, we hired people on contract basis, right? Okay, so for different tasks, so we know that basically, okay, so these are the different tasks, right? So we basically can't doing everything in our fourth year or in our second year, okay. So one year after year we started to improve and basically designate the task to other things, okay. And we realized that once we the CEOs, okay, spend more time in nurturing leads, okay, in making new funnels, in finding new avenues in other countries, okay, the more business grew, okay, because these already tasks, okay, which are menial but they needs to be done, okay. So we basically designated those tasks, okay, and we focused on nurturing new leads, okay, new avenues, new countries.
Yeah,
Okay,
very good.
yeah,
Yeah, growth,
and
no? Growth,
growth,
growth.
absolutely growth. So in the third and fourth year, okay, we started basically advertising in different countries. Okay, so we used to so we started advertising in UK, then US, Malaysia. Malaysian, I don't know what happened, but Malaysian used to come a lot to Pakistan. Okay, so there was, I think, so some TikTok videos that got hit in that, okay, area. So and they basically they started coming, yeah, yeah, yeah. And just
Well,
last,
it's not far away, no? I mean, from Malaysia must be
yeah, it's, I think so, it's a 4 hour
6 hours.
flight.
Four?
Yeah,
Okay.
4 6 hours, yeah,
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 that's nice.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
the
yeah,
UK
so it,
is from the UK is quite a trip.
yeah, but for the UK it was not surprising because the UK has like a lot of Pakistani population.
Yeah,
Okay, so
yeah,
basically
yeah.
in Birmingham, in Manchester, in London. Okay, so
Okay,
everyone knows everything there. Yeah,
yeah. So you target expats, no?
expats
Living.
also, yeah, 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 expats, yeah, yeah, expats
Fantastic,
in different, yeah.
fantastic.
And then basically if you give them a good service, okay, then basically they, the word of mouth gets right,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, that's very good. Yeah, that's. I mean, honestly, with WhatsApp, we see that business very big. I mean, the business of targeting expats in other countries, works with people from Africa, people from Pakistan, people from India. I mean, people who live abroad, they
Mhm.
need services, no, for their relatives. Maybe it's sending money, maybe it's insurance,
Yes.
maybe it's holidays, things like that. And that's a very nice business to do, with expats. And it's a very focused audience, so it's very good.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And another thing is, you need, if again, you need to know your audience. Okay, and other thing what happened is, I used to regularly do a search engine optimization. Okay, and that helped basically a lot. Okay, so I have like over 50 to 70 keywords. Okay, good keywords that are ranked in top 5. Okay, and one, for example, someone types those keywords. Okay, we used to come up on first page. Okay, in first 3 4 links. Okay, so yeah, so
Very
yeah,
good.
so when expat basically starts to search, okay, if they were visiting a country. Okay, so they say, okay, they have like 2 months. Okay, maybe they will go to the north that month and they are looking for someone, some company. Okay, and we used to come up on the top, yeah, and we basically we come up on the top, and so that basically helped a lot, yeah. It's basically like,
Fantastic.
so these are like all the funnels, like you build social media presence, you build website presence. Okay, you do the ads via the Google ads, you do via the Meta, you do the TikTok, you also targeting LinkedIn, different companies. Okay, so these are like all the funnels, all the channels that basically you have to be engaged with, exploit them, and use it to your advantage.
But just one question. I mean, now we are 2025. I mean, you will recommend to do SEO to someone who is starting, because SEO has changed a lot.
Yes, yes,
So
absolutely. So when I started in 2016, okay, so that was a lot easier time, to
yeah,
be honest, a lot easier time. Okay, and now, just now, Google has released what, like 4 updates in just this year. Okay, and these were quite big updates. Okay, so gladly, I think so, I basically in my clients, I have like around 12 clients at this time. Okay, and apart from one client, okay, only one client website got hit with those updates. Okay, all the other clients, because I don't do the black hat things. Okay, because everything is very good, smooth, and I go for a long run, not a short time, things. So apart from one, okay, all other sites were very safe. Okay, but yeah, SEO is still relevant. Okay, but like, if it is a very niche business. Okay, if you are just going for a, like, you have something like even a country wide product. Okay, then that is basically not going to help, right? Okay, so if you have a very like niche product in a very, for a niche audience. Okay, then that thing will help you. Okay, yeah, in my experience. So for example, so for example, if someone is looking for like a place like Hunza and he wants to travel there. Okay, so that thing will help you out in terms of SEO. Okay, but for example, if there is something that that is like a nationwide business or a global business, okay, then that is very difficult to get in. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think the issue, yeah, the issue with SEO is for, yeah, I think for broad content
Yes.
is now is tougher because
Very
pretty
tough.
much Google, ChatGPT, they take everything on their own. Not like if
Yeah.
you
So
ask for a recipe or some basic knowledge, they do it themselves. I mean, they don't need you. No, they don't need a
yeah.
website to tell, hey, this is the recipe. No, they do it
Yes.
themselves. Yeah,
Yes.
for more
Yeah.
niche content, yeah, I think there is still room to go. Yeah, I
Absolutely.
agree with
And
you.
you talked about Chat GPT. Okay. So we watch our Google Analytics very closely, right? So I was seeing that some of our leads came from Chat GPT, and I was very surprised. Okay. So, how they are coming from that. Okay. So, basically, what people were doing actually is that, so in their country, they were writing, okay, top 10 travel companies or top 5 travel companies. Okay. So, our name used to come up in that
Yeah,
ChatGPT, okay, and then basically they used to click that link to come to our website, okay. So
yeah,
the basically then Google Analytics basically, and now you can see that basically I use Rank Math, okay, a very popular SEO plugin for WordPress, and in that they basically also give an update for LLMs training, right? So basically you now you train the LLMs who are these AI agents which are basically visiting your website, okay. You basically train them like we used to do for the sitemap, right? So this is like a new sitemap but for the AI agents, right? So yeah, so basically you need to know like what's happening and then you basically adopt, okay. So if the new search engine is Chat GPT, Claude, or Copilot, okay, then basically you do what they are looking for. Yeah.
fantastic. And I think what I mean what everyone is saying is I think is in line what what we are what I mean what you are what you are viewing, and is the less leads but better leads. No,
Mhm.
uh, ChatGPT or Google AI or this, obviously they filter a lot. I mean the user, if I do give me the top 10 companies, I don't
Mhm.
need to click. I see the names, I see why they are in the ranking,
Mhm.
I can
Mhm.
see why they recommend these companies or
Yes.
why not. So the moment I click, I have more information. I'm better. I'm a better user already for that
Mhm.
company. So
Mhm.
ChatGPT, all these guys, obviously, they filter a lot of content, but the
Mhm.
moment you click, you are in a better position to to
Mhm.
take the decision to buy or not.
Yes, exactly. And what you talked about, okay, so this is like actually the core part of SEO, okay? So on page
Yeah,
SEO, technical SEO, okay? So how they come up to find you, because you have presented the information on the whole web very good and in an organized way, okay? So for example, you have used semantic and things, okay? You have used all the algorithms, all the recommendations, you have named your images, okay? So basically we have like thousands of images on our website, okay, but each one of our image is converted to webp, which is a recommended image extension for the websites, okay. And each image is basically named properly, okay. So like
very
what's in the
nice.
images, that is named basically, okay. So that's basically those AI agents, okay. So for example, then we also focus very uh like like we have a very super focus on getting the Google business reviews, okay. So and also your software helps in that, like for example, once everybody contacts us is basically sends them a automatic link, so yeah, we use that as well. So that's a very nice feature in that. So coming to that, okay, so we have I think so 400 plus now reviews, Google reviews, okay. So basically these chat algorithms, they basically take in all the data that you are doing, okay. And this is SEO, like search engine optimization, and now you're basically optimizing those chat agents, okay. So that's why you basically come up in those top 10 or top 5 or top 3 lists. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think still, I think Google My Business is very important. I mean,
Yes.
we see on the data from the widget that
Mhm.
clicks on Google My Business going to WhatsApp directly is very popular. So that's
Mhm.
something that, I mean, people sometimes they don't even go to the website anymore. They do everything on Google My
Yes.
Business, and they contact you directly from there. So I think Google My Business is very important, and I like a lot that in your website the reviews are pretty much, no, the first page is pretty much, no, I mean,
Yes.
like, hey, we are here, and then it's all Google reviews. So that's fantastic.
Yes, so this page is basically built like a story or in a way that what user are looking for. Okay, so if you basically go to the top, okay, like like to the header, okay, so the first image is like very carefully selected. So this is one of our like big tour. Okay, so in Kashmir, a very beautiful place. Okay, so there were like 100 doctors. Okay, and there was a like big scenery. Okay, so we are basically telling the user we can like basically accommodate this big group of people, and then you can see a video there. Okay, so if you click on that video, okay, so there will come an introduction of Chalay travels. Okay, so basically we give an introduction like why we, okay, so like because we care, like even a child, a couple is going, okay, friends are going and they are enjoying. Okay, there is like an adventure, there is like different memories that you can build. Okay, there is like a culture, children's playing, dancing in snow on a road, boating, in a river, okay, seeing the calm waters, going through adventurous roads. Okay, so we basically like made a video, an actual footage of Pakistan, okay, which covers basically everything in a short video. Okay, so like we try to show the different trains, different people doing different things. Okay, so that basically covers the whole thing. Okay, so and then basically you go down, you see reviews, actual reviews. Okay, then basically you see the like different tours. Okay, 1 2 3 step you can book in, right? 1 2 3 step, choose your trip, book your trip, enjoy your trip, right? So then basically you can see the different tours. So everything is like so the website is initially was not like that. Okay, so everything is like very thought, like from a process. Okay, what people are looking for, actually looking for, or not just what design just demands. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, looks fantastic, and I think it's a fantastic example of, how you started. It's amazing.
Mhm.
Just you and your brother, couple of
Yes.
hundred US dollars, and,
Mhm.
step by step building the business, and, focus on a very niche proposition. I think those are key elements, no, like a focus, niche, frugal, no, just taking your own money and going step by step, being profitable, no, from pretty much from day one. And
Yes.
that was the idea. So this is, I think it's a fantastic idea. I mean, and I think this is a business model. I think some people can replicate in their country.
Yes.
I think this is
Yes.
not a crazy business model that
No, no,
only
no, no.
only works on Pakistan or something like that. It's like, hey,
Mhm.
pretty much in every country there are beautiful locations, there are beautiful destinations, there are beautiful
Mhm.
landmarks. So hey, you can do something like this. And
Mhm.
I think not your keys, no, I think your keys are good marketing,
Yes.
good customer service,
Mhm.
no, good
Mhm.
follow up, no, no, I mean,
Yes.
chasing the customer, no, I mean, obviously not being a spammer, but
No,
chasing
no,
your
no.
customers and being, on top of their needs. How can I help you? No, what we
Yes.
can do better, etc. and
Mhm.
and pretty much that's it. No, fair price, transparency, and that's it.
Yes. Yeah,
No, it's fantastic.
absolutely.
It's fantastic. And
Yes.
who is doing your ads now? I mean, is you have someone who only is doing ads, or is it still
No.
you? Or
Yeah, the ads is still me. Yeah.
okay, so you think that's critical? Yeah, because that's something that some businesses they think they can outsource, but I think it's hard to outsource. No.
Yes, for the ad, I believe so. Okay, because like the ad, for example, the process of running ad, anybody can do it, right? But the actually the the thinking behind the ad. Okay, so like know your audience. Okay, where are you? Okay, so with the experience, you basically learn a lot of things. Okay, so these small things are very important. Okay, and I think so that basically can't be taught. Okay, it can be only taught basically by the experience. Okay, so basically, like, I'm a very search savvy person. Okay, so basically I do a lot of, for example, if you talk something, okay, and I don't know a bit about it, okay, I'll just basically don't wait, I'll just start googling and knowing about it. Okay, so that's what I'm like basically. So I think so it's from my education, maybe, I don't know like how it comes, but I'm very like, so if I don't know anything, I'll just basically want to like dig deep into it. Okay, so even for the some sports as well, yeah. So I think so that's one habit that I got. I think I don't know how, but I think so I like that, this my habit. Okay, that
Yeah,
for example, if you have to know as much as you can about people, about persons, okay, what they like, what they don't like. And then for the ad, I believe that everything needs to be very precise. Okay, and that you basically can't just leave on any. And for example, so for even my one ad, it's been running for almost 2 years, and I haven't done anything with it. Yeah, it's just running, and I don't touch it even. Yeah, honestly, and I don't touch even because it's just doing good. Okay, why I need to change it? Okay, so
yeah, yeah,
like, yeah, so because the graphics was so good, the messaging was so good, everything was just so precise. Okay, and it just keeps me bringing leads. Yeah. So I run basically other ad, but that just one ad I was just don't touch it. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. No, I think
Yeah.
it's like that. I mean, once you have an ad that is winning, just
Yeah.
leave it. Like,
Yeah.
don't touch it. That is
Yeah.
working. Keep it running. Do
Mm.
other things. Do other experiments, but don't mess with the ads that are winning. No, the ads that are winning
Yeah.
is like, just
Mm.
keep them.
Yeah.
Fantastic. No, fantastic. And what else do you recommend to someone who is thinking about starting a business? I mean, like, what will be your top recommendations to?
Yes. So,
But
uh,
I mean, let's say not everyone has your skills. Not everyone is a
yes, yes,
developer or engineer. So I mean,
yes.
let's think about someone with a bakery. I
Yeah,
want
yeah,
to
yeah.
improve my business. So what will you do?
Yes. Okay. So I have thought about this question like few times. Like for example, one, it became successful. Okay. So I was like, okay, why it became successful. So I used to think about, okay, so as a Muslim, okay, so we almost like attributes everything to God Almighty. Okay, so we like, okay, so whatever the blessing, the intentions and everything, okay, that comes from because so we are made we are here because of him. Okay, so we are a religious person here in Pakistan. Okay, and the other thing is that I thought that, okay, so I knew those many things that people basically spend money for. Okay, and I didn't have to outsource and rely on other people to start my business, right? So that's the thing. Okay, so for example, whatever, for example, like Jesus talked about bakery. Okay, so for example, if I say I want to start a bakery, okay, and if I even don't know how to like, make a cookie or a cake. Okay, so but I'll say, oh, that's a very profitable business, so I heard someone doing it. Okay, so I will start. Okay, I will start hiring some good baker and I'll start doing the business. I think so, no, because you get into a business, it. Okay, so and nobody can deceive you on that. Okay, ins and out of it. Okay, how much sugar will go into it. Okay, how much this will sustain, for example, this bread. Okay, this will not expire in 2 days or one day. Okay, this will have a very fluffy thing, what needs to be done, how to like lower the cost. Okay, because once you hire other person, you are basically dependent on that. Okay, and once you are starting the business, you shouldn't be depending on any person. Okay, so that basically business should only be dependent on you. So what I talk is like, so like I think in terms of variables, right?
Yeah,
So the less the variables, independent variables that you basically can't control, the more good it is. Okay, once you have like so many different variables and you have to be like control so many things, then that's not and rely on other people. Okay, then that's not a basically good thing. And I have started got into partnership and started different business. Okay, and they basically like failed or start or like didn't succeed as well or quickly as I wanted it to be, because I was relying on so many other people to do good, okay, to do that activity or to do that task every day, okay, because I know I'm motivated, but I can't tell about the other person, like if like he wakes up and like he's motivated and he wants to improve on that thing, okay, because the quality control, it's very difficult, I think so, it's still very difficult. For example, once you hire the other person, okay, you have to make very good processes, but the still you don't have to be Hitler, okay, so basically people should be able to like you, want to work for you, okay, because people have problems, okay, someday you get flu, sometimes you have like your mother is got fever, things like that, you have to
Yeah,
understand that. Yeah, I think so. Basically, just to summarize, like you start what you know, okay, you don't for example, you think you have a money, okay, and you can hire a bunch of people and start doing the business, I think so that's not a good idea. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, at some point you may invest in something
Yeah,
because you
so
think it's
investing is
a,
different thing. Yeah,
yeah,
investing is
exactly.
totally different thing. For
Yeah,
example, so a business is successful, okay, you saw their numbers, okay, you say you're a sleeping partner maybe, okay, or you can contribute a little, okay, but you already know what the direction of the business is, okay. So
yeah.
investing is different thing, but starting your own business from scratch, okay, then I think so that needs a lot of different things. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I think it's key what you are saying about mastering the business. I think that's something that is really critical. I mean, you need to really
Mm,
understand what is the margin, what is the, what is the quality issues, what is
mm,
the,
mm,
the
mm.
best practices, what is the best way to get it done, how fast you can do it,
Yes.
etc.,
Yes.
etc. I think that's key. And I think, yeah, I think if you don't put all your energy into, no, into mastering the business, you're
Mhm.
going to become a fool at some point because someone else
Yes, absolutely.
is going to
Yeah.
jump ahead of you, and you are going to think how he did it, and it's like
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
they know, and
Yeah,
that's an issue.
absolutely. Yes.
Fantastic, Hanan. So thank you very much. I mean, it's been a pleasure to have you here. I mean, the idea is to really to inspire other people, just to, hey, to think that you can make your own business. It's not
Yes.
crazy. I mean, requires effort and focus and determination, but
Yes.
other than that, it's something you can do. And
Yes.
something. I mean, what you have done is not a SaaS company. I mean, you have done a
Yes.
travel agency. So
Yes.
it's
Yes. Yes.
it's a normal business, as anyone can
Uh,
think about
yes.
a normal business, but you did it fantastically. I mean, super beautiful, no, focus on a very niche market
Mhm.
and doing great, and so that's fantastic. And I hope this gets, some people to connect with you. The best way to connect with you will be on where?
So personally, I like, for example, they can connect me via my website, okay, the business, okay. So I have a like a IT company as well, which is basically provides marketing services for small medium businesses, okay. It's called Transity. It's on LinkedIn.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, so
So people go to the website and contact you, and that's the best way to
yeah, 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 they
that's the
can
best way
like,
to do it,
yeah, yeah,
and that's it.
basically, yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
fantastic.
absolutely,
And also
yeah.
they can think about their next holidays.
Absolutely, and I would love you to like come to, like some like when you ever find time. Okay, so spring is like the like excellent time to visit Pakistan. Okay, and so the train is just so much beautiful, and I would just like not just for us, okay, or like take our services. Okay, like just come visit and see Pakistan. Okay, because after the 9/11 there is like a different because we are bordering with so many different countries which we are basically kind of enemy with, they are enemy with us, okay. But the situation in the North Pakistan, okay, it's absolutely amazing, okay. So for example, you are from Spain, and just this month, okay, we had a person from Madrid visiting us, okay, and he was fantastic, and he liked absolutely and he was very surprised to see, okay, because so for example, Pakistan is like a long country, okay, so it's not wide, okay, much, okay, and so within like 12 to 18 hours you will see from a warm desert to a cold desert, okay, from a beautiful like spicy foods to like very light kind of food, okay. So like it's amazing. So in a small area, okay, you get to see so much, okay. And then basically we were basically like a region which is very geopolitically important, okay. So Alexander the Great passed from here, okay. Many great Iranian, Afghan, Turks, okay. There's all these great empires basically had their cultural buildings here, okay. So we are in the Indus Valley. So for example, one of the oldest civilization. So for example, 5,000 years, 5 years ago, from my near to my house in Sahiwal, it's called, a place called Hadappa. Okay, they used to have disposable glass back then. Okay, 5,000 years ago, and they used to have like a very elaborated sewage system back then. 5,000 years ago, just amazing, right? So we are a very like historically, geopolitically, archaeologically, in terms of weather, we're just an amazing country. And people, and they're just like amazing to talk with, okay. People just hospitable, okay. They just invite you to their houses. They don't like afraid strangers, okay. They just want you to have food, okay. And that's why we are like among the top diabetes countries. Yeah, because we just like to eat, enjoy, and yeah.
Fantastic. No, thank you very much, Hanan. It's been a pleasure. I know this will be good, so thank you for making the time.
Thank you,
And yeah,
Caesar.
hopefully some people will connect with you, and we'll see what happens. But congratulations, and yeah, hope to see you soon.
Thank you, Caesar, for giving me this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, Hanan. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Bye bye.